So Zimbabwe as a country, we witnessed a lot of migration to other countries as people will be seeking for greener pastures. Now we have a lot of Zimbabweans in South Africa, in Namibia, in Botswana, and many other neighboring countries, Mozambique. So you find most of these people go there, and as families, they make children. When they have children, children grow and they come to the ECD stage. And these children now have to go to school. And most of these families decide of sending the children back to Zimbabwe for formal education, for school. And you find that most of these children, they have challenges in school. They do not perform well in school. And it is attributed to a number of factors. Today I'm going to explain on some of these factors, and I hope it's going to help somebody. So at this stage, some of the kids have already been introduced to early childhood education, but in another country where they speak another language. And some of them, they haven't really been introduced to school, so they will be starting here in Zimbabwe. So what happens is children go through a lot of developmental phases at this point in time. There's a lot of development that happens in the child, be it social development, psycho-social development, cognitive development, intellectual or physical development, you name it. So at this point, they'll be learning a whole lot of things from the environment that they are in. They learn from seeing, they learn from hearing, they learn from interactions, they learn from receiving instructions from adults. They learn in all sorts of ways. So I want to talk of a thing called language acquisition, which is a process of how children acquire language. Language is an important medium for communication and for learning. So you find most of these children, when they come back to Zimbabwe, they are a master of none. Because at home they were speaking probably Shona or Isindebele, depending with their origins in Zimbabwe. And sometimes it's mixed up with English. And at school it's probably English in another language, maybe Afrikaans, Zulu or Xhosa, whatever it is. But most of them, they haven't mastered not even a single language because they were exposed to more than 3, 4, 5 languages at once, and they haven't mastered not even a single language. Which will be difficult for this child to acquire information in the classroom as the teacher will be trying to say things. They don't grasp anything. They haven't mastered the language. If the native language is Shona, then they haven't mastered the Shona. If it's Ndebele, they haven't mastered the Isindebele. So they have to learn again. But this learning might take a little bit longer or longer than usual, because children also have what we call critical periods. These are times when they can best learn something, or they should have best grasped something. And the time probably has passed, so the learning is going to be really difficult for them. It's going to be a difficult task for them. So it is only after they've mastered language that's when they'll start improving in their grades and their performance in school, because they can now communicate effectively. They can now disseminate information that is given through language. So I find a lot of parents putting pressure on these children, but it's not really their fault. And in most of those environments that they'll be surviving in those countries, you find most of the time they're secluded. They spend the whole time indoors. Children need the exposure of going out there and uh, play with kids their age. The interactions help them to learn and to master language even faster and many other social skills faster than when you're doing it at home as adults or as parents. This is a broad subject. I do hope I'll find time to really explain on some of the concepts. I really tried to make it simple so that everyone can understand. I really tried using the best layman's language that I could use, so that everyone can understand and benefit from this.